Now, if you're thinking about moving to Laguna Niguel and you're not quite sure if you should be renting or if you should be buying, this video is going to be you. We're going to break down the differences between what it looks like to rent versus buy in the city of Laguna Niguel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Christian Stubbs. I'm a team leader and owner of Onyx Homes, and this channel is all about Orange County. We help people just like you. We want to give you as much information as possible. My team Onyx Homes has helped over 600 people just in the last 4.5 years go through the home buying and selling process. So if you have any questions that you don't have answered in this video, make sure to comment them down below. But let's dive right into comparing renting versus owning in Laguna Niguel. So as of the time that I'm filming this, the median rent rate in Laguna Niguel is $4,600 a month. Now in a minute here, I'm gonna pull up my screen and I'm gonna share with you the different properties that are available in that $4,600 range. But if we're renting in Laguna Niguel, we have $4,600 over here. And if we're buying in Laguna Niguel, the median home price is $1.36 million. So if we're breaking down renting versus owning, I can tell you right now that it's going to cost more money to own in Laguna Niguel if you're trying to stay at that same payment. Now, I'm gonna look at two different ways. I'm gonna look at if your comfort zone is that median $4,600 in rent. I'm gonna also show you what the payment it would be if you were putting 20% down, let's just say, with buying in Laguna Niguel, what that difference would be. So let's do this first. Let's look up what is the payment if you were to buy in Laguna Niguel. So I'm gonna go to onyxhomes.com and then I'm gonna click the finance tab and I'm gonna scroll down to our mortgage calculator. So if we have a purchase price, $136 million, and let's say we're putting 20% down, which you can put less than 20% down. I'm just going to use that as the round number. And interest rates today, we can get about a 6% rate. Let's just do that to be an easy round number. Now, if we're looking at just your principal and interest, you're looking at $6,500 a month. If you have no HOA, and let's get rid of mortgage insurance, you would have about an $8,100 payment. So if you take median rent to median purchase, you're looking at almost double, not quite double, but almost double on your monthly payment in order to purchase. Not to mention the $300, almost $1,000 you would need to come with cash out of pocket in order to put 20% down to get to that payment. So as I said, it is much more expensive to buy. Now, let me explain why it's more expensive to buy. And this is true for almost all of Orange County. It's way more expensive on a monthly basis to buy than it is to rent. Here's the reason. Investors that buy in Orange County are not buying because they want to make a lot of money on the rent. They're buying because they feel like property values are going to appreciate over time. They know that they're going to make their money on that home price going up and up and up, way more so than they are by collecting $500 a month on the rents. So that's the number one reason why it is so much more expensive to own than it is to rent in Orange County. So now that we have these two different numbers on a monthly basis, I'm gonna show you what it looks like to buy a property for this median home price of 1.36. Then I'm gonna show you what you can rent for both 4,600 and this 8,200 number. So let's do this first. I'm gonna head over to our search page here, and I'm gonna just go to Laguna Niguel. And I'm gonna go ahead and filter for price. We're looking for, let's say 13214. It's close. 145. There we go. So let's hit search here, and we've got a whopping 5 options. So this is perfect. This is right on par with the median home price. So this is a property, is a single family residence. This is a 2-bed, 2-bath, has been on the market for just 5 days, and it's 1,200 square feet. So you can see that this is a pretty nice looking single family home, nice looking yard. It looks like it's probably a little bit outdated just from some of these pictures. Yeah, a little bit outdated, nothing crazy, but this is what you're gonna get in that median home price on buying. Now let's go ahead and take a flip over. Here's a couple of different properties you can just go ahead and look through yourself. I feel like I've actually toured this property before, to be honest. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Now let's switch over to rent. So now we're gonna look for the rent price to be, we're looking for $8,200. So I'm gonna go for like $7,500 just so we can get some options to like 9,000, let's say. And maybe, yeah, 9,000. That works. Let's go ahead and apply that. Let's see what pops up. So we're trying to get $8,200. So here we go. So the reason I'm looking at $8,200 is with 20% down, this would be about your same payment. So this is a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,200 square feet. So quite a bit larger than the last home that we looked at that was for sale. And you can see that this is maybe a very interesting modern look. Let's see if this is more upgraded. I've never seen anything like this in Laguna Niguel. So this is definitely more recently upgraded. Cool property. I would live here. This is awesome. Somewhat upgraded all the way throughout, larger house. So you get a little bit more home for your money, even if you have the same rental payment. Now, if this is more than you're looking to spend, let's go and look at that median home price for rent, which is $4,600. So I'm gonna go from 4,000 to like 5,200 and just see what we can have pop up here. 4,650, this is perfect. So you can see a very stark difference between what you can buy versus you can rent, and that median home price is so out of whack. And this is this is a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot condo. It's a nice condo neighborhood. There's nothing wrong at all with this. So you could definitely be in this median range in Laguna Niguel and get a nice place. It's just not the same house as the median home price for sale. Now let's go ahead and do one more thing. I'm going to flip back over to the finance page, and with a 20% down payment, let's go ahead and figure out what home price you'd be able to get for a $4,600 payment. So I'm going to guess somewhere in this. Yeah, so we're looking for like $775. Yeah, so right about $775. You're probably going to be an HOA, so it's really probably, let's just guess, a $450 HOA. We're still putting 20% down, so $725 is my guess. $700. There we go. So there's your $4,600 payment with 20% down, including your principal, interest, tax, insurance, association, all the fun stuff. This is all included. You could be in your median home price, which, to be honest, from the property we just looked at that was for lease, this is pretty similar as well too. So in the comments down below, let me know, do you think you should rent or do you think you should own in Laguna Niguel? And by the way, if you're making this comparison in a few different cities and you're wondering just overall what should you do, I have an entire guide that I made just for you. So go to onyxhomes.com/rent. I answer the most 6 common questions that we get, and I made a bonus on investing in the future as well too. I answer all of those different questions for you. It's completely free. Go to onyxhomes.com/rent and download that free resource. And if you're watching this video and you want to learn more about Laguna Niguel, I made a whole video on the pros and cons of Laguna Niguel. So watch that video next, right after you like this one. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in that video.